Moving along to our friends in France. And I do say our friends in France. We're going to spend the next bit of the show throwing some stones, I guess you might say, at Europe and European countries. Why? Because they give us a lot of material. But to be clear, we love the people of Europe. I just spent a couple of weeks in Europe and had a wonderful time. It's what the governments are doing that we're not a big fan of. And this is just a small story here coming out of France, but it is sort of indicative of the overall waves of crime and increased crime in what we used to really see is one of the safest parts of the world in Europe, one of the safest places you could live, safest places you could travel, and that just doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So this story out of France, some French cities are beginning to impose curfews on children after drug violence. Now, there's a lot of ways I could take this headline. I don't know why children are participating in drug violence. First of all, that's something for adults, right? We should be very clear. But I mean, the fact that these major metropolitan cities have to take a move like this, or feel that they have to make a move like this, it really doesn't say much good about what's going on in the society.
No, it wasn't even just one city. It was like multiple, like across the south and it wasn't just, oh, there was a bit of violence. Like, we were just talking about El Salvador. El Salvador used to be the murder capital of the world, and now it's one of the safest countries in the world. And now you look at a place like France, which was the number
Seriously.
one travel tourism destination on planet Earth forever. And now, like, they're getting all of the murders. That's where all the violence is happening. And like you rightly said, like, I love my European brothers. I have lots of European clients. I have French clients. I've got German clients. I've got Norwegian clients. Like, get out. Like, well, I'm not sure what else you guys need to see, but I mean, unfortunately, your countries are going to hell in a handbasket. My country's going to hell in a handbasket. Canada is a complete nightmare. So I'm not saying this to be mean to you guys. Like, I point the finger at our administration in Canada and other places in the world too. But I mean, it's not like this everywhere else in the world. Like, we need to now have curfews in place for children. I mean, in France, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just bizarro world to me.
It's not a good trend, but continuing in Europe, the UK. Now, the UK is not technically part of Europe, but it's all over there, at least not in the EU sense of things. But the United Kingdom has recently faced the largest single year exodus of wealth ever recorded. Now, this is something we've talked about for several years now. The wealthy leaving the UK and expats that once came to the UK under the Dom regime also exiting the UK. So this is just a trend that has continued and continued and doesn't seem to be going any way but the same direction, the wealth leaving the UK.
It's truly amazing because years ago I used to just think that governments were just stupid. Like, I really just thought they're just really low intelligent, stupid people, and they make dumb choices. At this point, like, you can't believe that because there is no way that an administration could be so stupid with their policies. Like, if the idea was that you were going to make your country better or more prosperous or anything like that, you wouldn't just blanket cancel the non-habitual tax residency and drive, tens of thousands of millionaires out of your country in a single year. Like, what, 14, 15, 16,000 ultra high net worth and ultra high net worth individuals in a single year. And it's now revving up more in 2025, and 2026 is expected to be even more. So, like, what, you just thought you were going to tax the rich, eat the rich, and they're going to stay and just take it, and just, like, they've been under the non-habitual tax residency for a long time. They built a life there. They own real estate. They spend their money very freely, drive the economy through commerce. And now you've just scared them all away. And where are they going? They're going to Dubai. They're going to Abu Dhabi. They're going to other places in the world where there's no tax on these types of things. And they're spending their money like hand over fist in these places. And I used to live over there for almost a decade, and I saw money moving into these countries. And I spent a lot of money in those countries in my decade of living there. But, you know, we used to go to London regularly, and the city, there was a lot of money there. But I think they are purposely trying to dismantle society. I think that there is call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think that there is a group of people in there who are actively trying to destroy things. And I don't know who that is, some foreign actors or deep state, UK deep state, I'm not sure. But this doesn't happen by accident.
Indeed. Well, there are some within the UK that are at least making a effort, I suppose, to turn the tide. Look at our old boy Nigel Farage there. I think Nigel Farage is probably one of the best or one of the best UK politicians, I should say. But at the end of the day, he's not really that much more effective than anyone else, especially when he's a loud voice in a very socialist wilderness. But nonetheless, his Reform Party has proposed a £250,000 Britannia card, hoping to bring some wealthy migrants back into the UK. Mikkel, do you think this is going to have any success to reverse the recent trend?
Do you know how much more difficult it is to bring people back after you've already alienated them and thrown stones at them and scared them away? They've sold their homes. They've pulled their kids out of private school. They've moved overseas. And now you're trying to bring them back in. It's like a too little too late. They canceled the tier 1 visa a couple of years ago. Then they got rid of the non-habitual tax residency. And now they want to try to, undo these things and bring in a new visa. It's like, why would anybody trust the UK at all? Like, we saw this with Malaysia. They had their MM2H visa, which I, once again, have never encouraged anybody to do. I used to live in Singapore. I used to go over there. It's fine to go on holiday to Malaysia and stuff like that, but I didn't like the program at all. I was never helping people do this. And then they took it from, I think it was like a $2,500 remittance and monthly to something like a $10,000, and they scared all of the people out of there. So there was all these retirees living in Malaysia. They all moved overseas, and then they're like, no, sorry, we changed our mind. We're sorry. We're blah, blah, blah. Come back. And everyone was like, no, we're not coming back. We already left. We got rid of our house. We got rid of our car. We got rid of our furniture and everything like that. We pulled our kids out of school, as I said. And so it's so much more difficult to try to bring them back after you've already alienated them. We're seeing it in Portugal. We're seeing it in Spain. We're seeing it in so many of these countries because of arrogance, okay? Because of arrogance of them. And if they just treated expats and foreigners and foreign direct investment with respect, they wouldn't have this problem.
Not only are they trying to get them back and restore, this would restore those sort of non-dom type benefits for people that purchase this card, but you got to pay £250,000 to get those benefits back. Probably no thanks.
The tier 1 visa was something like £2 million or something like that when that was running. So, why now do one that's 10 times less expensive? Why didn't that one was working fine? They brought in so much money with that visa. People, because of the non-habitual tax residency, there was a huge benefit for people being there. You can have a modern standard of life. Nowadays, forget about it. The UK is as dangerous as the south of France with curfews for children and stuff like that. But the UK used to be a relatively safe place. Those days are gone though. It's over. The growth and the benefit and the freedom is going to be found overseas. It's not in these legacy countries. It's not in France or the UK or Canada or Australia or places like that. It's Panama and Argentina and El Salvador and Paraguay and other places around the world, Dubai and other things like this, okay? There are so many better options out there. And it's all you need to do is just pick up and move, and we can help you at expatmoney.com. We do the legal work. We have the accountants. We help you through the whole process. You're not stuck in abusive relationships with your government. Enough of this Stockholm syndrome, please. Just get out, guys.